Sugary.
Third.
That was an
All
eye.
right, item 6, approval of minutes. Approval of minutes of the following meetings as reported by the board secretary, reviewed by the board president, members of the board. Item A, B, and C. Is there a
I'll
motion to approve?
move A, B, and C.
Second.
Thank you, Jeff. Sorry, any discussion? Hearing none, Jeff, please call the roll.
Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yes.
Mr. Falcone.
Yes.
Mr. Grunfelder. I'm just checking to see if he has joined us virtually. He has not yet. Ms. Goulan.
Yes.
Ms. Gravatt.
Yes.
Ms. Turkington.
Yes.
Ms. Polachena.
Yes.
Mr. Francis.
Yes, sir, thank you. Item 7 is the superintendent's report.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. D.
I need to report to you not good news with regard to CUSAC. Because we're in a circumstance of what I believe to be significant unfairness, and I've reported that to the county executive superintendent, who on her behalf is going to the state to make my appeal. Last time we were CUSAC 3 years ago, in the area of instruction and program, our test scores allowed us to have a leeway of 1.5 points in terms of our curriculum and policy related to curriculum. You need 80 points to pass. Test scores count as 60% of the instruction and program section. Curriculum and policy are 40%. Given the fact that the state of New Jersey decided in its non-child-liking manner to use post-COVID testing as the basis for the 60%, we could score perfectly in curriculum and policy and still not get enough points to pass that particular area. And if you fail one area, you fail the whole thing. I will let you know if my appeal goes anyplace. I significantly doubt that it will. But when I asked the county superintendent, did any of the geniuses in Trenton think about the fact that post-COVID testing results might not be the very best results you could get from kids who were home for a significant period of time during the pandemic? Did anybody think that that was unfair?
Yeah.
Please put me on record as saying it's unfair, and we'll see what happens. Item 2, our school nurses are dealing with a significant, pardon Miss Nikki, she coming from school dressing in pajamas because it was pajama day.
Take our work seriously.
I asked if she really slept in those days. She said no, she was sweating.
Yeah, right.
We've had a significant illness circumstance in the district where the respiratory illnesses are taking its toll on staff and students. Our nurses are doing a heck of a job trying to keep control of it. Our custodial staff has put on, we've gone back to COVID protocols with regard to sanitizing and things like that. But it's something that is probably going to be with us a significant part of the winter. I'd like to thank Mrs. Martinez, high school principal. She has gotten significant training in high school scheduling. If all goes as she hopes it does, our schedule for high school students will be out long before the summertime and long before the period of time where there's a crush in August and September to change schedules. Of course, she's promised me this, and I will hold her to that promise. I have a couple of items to report that are not on the agenda. I have a number of meetings coming up. One on January 11th is with Zufall. Zufall is the federally funded medical program in our county, and we're looking to bring dental services and some physician services via van to our schools. And I'm very hopeful that that can come to fruition. On the 12th, I'm meeting with the Lake Hopatcong Foundation to see what we can do in terms of cooperative ventures. On the 21st, I'm meeting with Sussex County Community College to see if we can expand some of the programs we're having with them. I also have a tentative meeting scheduled with Jefferson Township School District to ascertain if they are interested in sharing some of their electives virtually with us, if they have offerings that might not be in our district, that other kids might like to take advantage of. So we're hitting the road running. I'm very excited to be here, and I as I said today in my email, I'm extremely honored. Before I ask for the HIB report, I would like Jeff to give the board an update on the audit.
So we had an exit interview with the auditors on Friday. They are in the process of putting together the final details for the audit. This will be an audit with a modified opinion. And what that basically means is the state of New Jersey has not yet provided to school districts the pension data that is associated with school district liabilities from a GASB auditing standpoint. The pension data was due on July 1st by Trenton. They still have not provided that information. So when you get the audit next month for review in committees, when you read through it and it says it's a modified opinion, that's why there is zero liability on the pension end to the school board, as the state of New Jersey funds the pensions along with the employees. The state just hasn't done its final analysis of the pension numbers to be able to put it together, even though the law requires them to do so in a timely fashion.
So might the board have audit results in January, sir?
They will. And right now, our board meeting is pending. Our reorg is tentatively scheduled for January 30th. The last Monday of January, so we'll be able to present the audit findings at committees, and then you'll have a public presentation at your January meeting.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.
Item B is the approval of the superintendent's HIB report as we went over in the executive session.
All right, motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, Jeff, please call the roll.
Ms. Falcone Schubert,
Yes.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yes.
Mr. Falcone,
Yes.
Mr. Gruenfelder has not joined online. Ms. Goulan stepped out. Ms. Gravatt,
Yes.
Ms. Turkington,
Yes.
Ms. Polachena,
Yes.
Mr. Francis.
Yes.
Item 8 has to do with acknowledgements. We have a significant number of students who are doing very well. If I call your name, I greatly appreciate it if you stand up, and when I'm done, I will share with you a certificate that demonstrates that you've been doing well. Grade 8, Hopatcong High School Student of the Month for Outstanding Performance. Grade 8 is Savannah Scott. Grade 9 is Ryan Kovac. Grade 11 is Thomas Galvez Perea. Grade 12, Grace Warden. The following students were chosen as the Hopatcong High School Scholar Athletes of the Month. Cheerleading, Mercedes Martinez. Football, Austin Rede. And part of my pronunciation if that was wrong. Congratulations to Durban Avenue students who went above and beyond to fulfill public responsibilities this month. Ryan, I asked you to stand up when I said your name because I need to give you something. So. Many times, I don't get to know students as well as I would like. I do know Ryan for some time, okay? He has been a young man with a significant imagination. He's been a young man who's made significant academic progress each and every year. We are very proud of him. His mom is one of our greatest teachers in the district, Dr. Kovac, and I am just honored to shake your hand and give you a certificate. Keep up the good work. Okay, we had the high honor rolls students for the middle school and the high school have been issued. This is a good one. Item F, congratulations to students who auditioned for and were accepted New Jersey Area Band. That is not easy to do. Jayla Elias, Natalie Lebov, and Stephen George. Educational Support Professionals of the Year, Durban, We have Gretchen Hardman, Tulsa, Judy Maitland, middle school, Bruce Dunn, high school, Mary Alfiero, Hopa, Deborah Gates. Also, Governor Education of the Year and Governor's Educational Services Professionals of the Year, Durban Avenue, Jennifer Gigantino and Christy Murphy. Tulsa Trail, Amanda Malasuski and Judy Maitland. Hopatcong Middle School, Neil Pilata and Melissa Kennedy. This is Melissa's second time as getting this honor. Hopatcong High School, Jason Mulvihill and Sue Pilata. And we are blessed to have those people as professional staff members and as support staff. Is there anyone from a parent-teacher organization?
Are you going to do it?
We're just gonna talk about,
Go ahead.
you know,
Break it, do it at the end.
the high school project graduation is doing the Harlem Wizards on February 16th. Flyers are at the table. Please grab a flyer. You can order tickets online now at harlemwizards.com. Just look for Hopatcong High School on February 16th. And they will make great Christmas gifts. So if you need some last minute gifts for those stockings or for your kids to get them excited for something to do in February, please order your tickets for the Harlem Wizards basketball game on February 16th. For the elementary schools, there will be assemblies in each of the schools on January 30th. That's already been scheduled with the principals. So all of the elementary schools will be having special visitors that day to get them excited for the event, but that does not stop parents from buying tickets now. So go to harlemwizards.com and look for Hopatcong High School.
Also, if any teachers or admin want to volunteer and play, just let us know.
All right. Public comments. Linda?
I'm good, thank
All right, it's nice to see you. Stacy?
Yeah, no, just happy holidays, everyone, and I'm looking forward to continuing to work with all of you and Mr. D as our superintendent.
Thank you. Tom?
Yes. An invitation to you all and to the rest of the community as well on New Year's Eve. Instead of going out and having martinis like I used to do, we are running an hour of meditation and prayer at St. Jude's Church. Doors will be wide open for anybody to come in to thank God for the year we've just had and to express our hope for what's coming in the new year. And it's open to all. And it's not a Catholic thing per se. It is some comments on patriotism and some comments on goodwill to all men and women. Amen.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And then, but there'll still be the martinis, all right?
Eggnog after.
All right, all right.
All right, Julia?
Yeah.
Sound good? All right, that concludes our public portion.
Art,
Art,
for your
Tomas.
students at the Milk Tomas, just walk through the door in grade 11.
Let's hear it for him. Get up there.
Good evening, everyone. Sorry, I was doing bowling. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate
I have to
it.
say something.
Okay,
First of all, you say Tomas? Is that how you say
you
it?
can call me Thomas or Thomas.
I like Tomas.
Okay.
I'm very fortunate to know this young man, and I met him when he first started in our school district. He's an ELL student who speaks English much better than I do, very, very quickly. We are very proud of him. He's a bowling person, but he's someone who goes throughout the school and spreads a positive spirit. Very fine young man with a good future. Sorry I present this to you. God bless you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
That's it?
Okay. The finance agenda is, as stated, it is usual item that we have. If you want to ask for a motion?
All right, let's do it. Motion to approve finance item 11A through D.
Move it.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, Jeff, please call the roll.
Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yes.
Mr. Falcone.
Yes.
Mr. Grunfelder is absent. Ms. Gulon.
Yes.
Ms. Gravatt.
Yes.
Ms. Turkington.
Yes.
Ms. Polachina.
Yes.
Mr. Francis.
Yes, thank you, Jeff. Item 12, personnel. We are looking at A through M. Is there a motion to approve?
Wait.
I'll move A through M.
Yeah, I'll second it.
Second, any discussion?
Yeah, I have just a question. On J, there's two items for Alexa McLean and Carla
Malatesta. Yeah.
I don't understand, why are we pending HEA approval?
Because all the clubs that we start up new goes before the association. We respect their opinion, and this is not a problem. This is just a normal club.
Well, okay, but can I suggest, no problem today, but if something's pending their approval, it should be approved before we gets to the board, I would
Well,
think.
you guys want this agenda very early, and you get it early, and sometimes things change. So I respect that.
I understand what
but-
you're saying, just, okay.
Seems to be a matter of who's going to approve it first. All right,
Yeah,
any
but
other discussion?
The only concern I have is that, what happens if they don't approve it? If they don't approve of these two?
No, they had a timeline. They told me they were meeting last Tuesday. I got no information, meaning
All right.
full speed ahead.
That's fine, let's go.
All right, any other discussion? All right, hearing none, Jeff, please call the roll.
Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yes.
Mr. Falcone.
Yes.
Mr. Grunfelder is absent. Ms. Gulon.
Yes.
Ms. Gravatt.
Yes.
Ms. Turkington.
Yes.
Ms. Polachina.
Yes.
Mr. Francis.
Yes, sir. All right, item 13 is travel and professional development. Is there a motion to approve item 13?
I'll move 13.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Hearing none, Jeff, please call the roll.
Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yes.
Mr. Falcone.
Yes.
Mr. Grunfelder is absent. Ms. Gulon.
Yes.
Ms. Gravatt.
Yes.
Ms. Turkington.
Yes.
Ms. Polachina.
Yes.
Mr. Francis.
Yes. All right, item 14 is policy and regulations. Is there a motion to approve items 14A and B?
I'll move it.
I'll second that.
Any discussion?
I just want to mention that use of school facilities is a minor change. There was I made a modification so that we basically can address any use of school facility. There was kind of like a loophole in there. So we just put in $100 for anything other than, that's not just otherwise described. That's the only difference. And the 5512 was a mandated policy, and it looked fine. I went over it with Joe.
Excellent. All right, any other discussion? Hearing none, Jeff, please call the roll.
Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yes.
Mr. Falcone.
Yes.
Mr. Grunfelder is absent. Ms. Gulon.
Yes.
Ms. Gravatt.
Yes.
Ms. Turkington.
Yes.
Ms. Polachina.
Yes.
Mr. Francis.
Yes. Item 15 is students and services. Is there a motion to approve 15A through G?
I'll move it.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Under G, we're sending, I didn't realize that we're sending children or students to Byram from Tulsa Trail.
We're not sending students. These are approvals of requests of parents to attend choice schools. So Byram is a choice school, and parents have the right to send their kid there if they have room. So this is approval of the requests. Obviously, there are more requests than there are spaces in some of these.
Okay, well, that's good. Is it?
Is that customary to have that many elementary? I'm used to seeing Lenape.
Yes, it is customary.
Okay. Anything else?
Are they responsible for their own transportation?
Yes.
No.
No,
No.
Here's what it is. For example, we bus Lenape choice kids, but we don't bus other school districts. Parents can either parents bring the kids to school and they get paid in lieu.
I did not know that.
Anything else on this? Item 15, A through G. Jeff, please call roll.
Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yes.
Mr. Falcone.
Yes.
Mr. Grunfelder is absent. Ms. Gulon.
Yes.
Ms. Gravatt.
Yes.
Ms. Turkington.
Yes.
Ms. Polachina.
Yes.
Mr. Francis.
Yes. All right. Item 16, resolutions. It's a long one,
Very long.
very long one. Is there a motion to approve items 16A through G?
I'll move A through G.
Second? Second?
Oh, second, sorry.
Any discussion on 16A through G, resolutions?
We're not, just a quick question, we're not approving the purchasing of insurance here, are we? Or we're just approving, well, I guess item B is specific.
Jeff will explain this very quickly.
Yeah, so this is just our membership in the School Alliance Insurance Fund. Yep.
Thank you.
And then G, just as information for all of you, the state has announced a regular operating grant for school districts for capital projects. It's part of the state's budget of $350 million. The state has not released the details yet, nor opened the application process. However, we have been told that the window will be very, very short to turn around the grant application and apply for projects. So, last month you approved the architects to begin developing that list. They are going to submit that list to the state, to the Office of School Facilities for our long-range facility plan, and they will submit any of the grant applications. So this evening, you're authorizing them to submit the application because we have a gut feeling that the applications will be due in January before you meet next, so that we can not fall in between and take advantage of the opportunity.
Sounds good.
I have a question about A. Is this the same person that we used last year? Because I remember we changed
Jeff would
people.
have to answer that.
This is the same person.
Okay.
Yep, continuation.
Got it, thank you. I know, but I think I'm supposed to ask you, to ask him. I don't want to be out of order.
A question about G also, we're not approving a referendum item here, right?
Nope. No, this is our ability to apply for the grant with the opportunity to get 40% of any grant project
But
costs.
this grant, the grant money would be coming from the state.
Comes directly from the state.
Okay.
Correct.
Everyone good?
Yep.
All right. Hearing no more discussion, Jeff, please call.
Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yes.
Mr. Falcone.
Yes.
Mr. Grunfelder is absent. Ms. Goulant.
Yes.
Ms. Gravatt.
Yes.
Ms. Turkington.
Yes.
Ms. Polachena.
Yes.
Mr. Francis.
Yes. All right. Item 17, Sussex County Regional Cooperative. Is there a motion to approve A through, I believe it's F?
I'll move A through F.
Second.
Any discussion on the co-op? Hearing none, Jeff, please call the roll.
Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes.
Mr. DeStefano.
I'm going to abstain.
Okay. Mr. Falcone.
Yes.
Mr. Grunfelder is absent. Ms. Goulant.
Yes.
Ms. Gravatt.
Yes.
Ms. Turkington.
Yes.
Ms. Polachena.
Yes.
And Mr. Francis.
Yes, thank you. We have an addendum here. Items A through C. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll move A through C.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, thank you. Any discussion?
Yes.
Yes.
What's the MOA with Smile?
All right, so SMILE is a Japanese organization that is looking to test out a ELA and math program on iPads with after-school alphabet kids at the Tulsa Trail School. Now, they gave us a memorandum of agreement. We sent it to Rich. It is now the Declaration of Independence times 10.
Oh, gosh.
I'll be honest with you.
Don't be honest.
We really have to be careful because it costs us money to do something that's a voluntary thing, and our parents are excited about it, but not on. The MOA is this big when it was originally one page. So something to be careful about in the future, and that is what the MOA is. They would like to start in January, after school, already alphabet kids, ELA and math for one grade, just ELA for the second grade.
Point of clarification, ELA.
English language
Arts.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other discussion on the addendum? All right, hearing none. Jeff, please call the roll.
Ms. Falcone Schubert.
Yes.
Mr. DeStefano.
Yes.
Mr. Falcone.
Yes.
Mr. Gruenfelder is absent. Ms. Goulan.
Yes.
Ms. Gravatt.
Yes.
Ms. Turkington.
Yes.
Ms. Polachina.
Yes.
Mr. Francis.
Yes. Okay. We move into board member comments. We're gonna start with Julia.
You're gonna say something, young lady, please speak up so I can hear you.
I just wanted to thank everyone for coming, wish everyone a happy holiday regardless of what they celebrate.
Well done. Okay, well
Well
done.
stated.
All right, rolling down to Jack.
Thank you for coming. Harlem Wizards again, February 16th. Buy your tickets online, harlemwizards.com. For those who came to our December candy bar bingo, the next one is January 11th, and that's $5 to come play. It's a lot of fun. So January 11th, get out of the house right after the holidays. But most importantly, thank you everybody, and have a very, very happy holiday. Truly.
You, Jen.
Ditto with the project graduation fundraiser, and also Chiefs Cheerleading is having a 50-50 going on right now with the drawing in Friday, January 27th. So see me or any other cheer team to get your tickets. Last year it was $1,400 to the winner.
Nice.
Awesome. Thank you for everyone that came out tonight. Happy second night of Hanukkah and happy holidays, whatever holiday you do celebrate. And look forward to our next meeting, which will be as a whole group. Will be like the whole group next year, right, guys? Or at least
January 3rd.
Yeah. I hope everybody has a really healthy 2023, and can't wait to continue serving.
Okay. Thank you everybody for coming. I just want to wish everybody a happy holidays, a very happy, healthy new year. I wish everybody the best.
Yeah, it's hard to believe the holidays are here already. My son woke up this morning and the elves left him a note that there was 5 days of Christmas until Christmas, but he took the 5 as S. So he woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning and goes, "What's S days until Christmas?" So there's 5 days till Christmas, which is hard to believe.
S days.
Have a happy and healthy holiday, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.
I guess I'm up, right?
Yes, sir.
Same, happy holidays to everyone. It's a wonderful time of the year, as they say. There are a few things that I'm concerned about for next year. I'm going to just blurt them right out. One thing is I'm always concerned about is student achievement, specifically about academic achievement. So my primary effort here on this board is to see what we can do to get the kids to learn a bit more, be a little bit smarter about how they approach their education. And I'm going to continue to push that. Other thing is kind of important. It's if you all haven't already read it, there's something called Family Life Curriculum. Look it up on the web. This is where the state basically is giving us a curriculum about sex education mostly. So please look it up. There are towns in the state that have already rejected it whole cloth. And I wouldn't, but I'd like to know what your opinion is. So please take the time to look it up, Family Life Curriculum. Look it up, and I know one particular board in Middletown who, they didn't reject the whole thing. What they did was they changed the option from opt-out to opt-in. So what does that mean? That there are things that families or parents can do to say, hey, I don't want my child to have to learn about this particular subject area. But you have to actually say, I want to opt out of it. What this particular board did was to say, you got to opt into it.
Which is against the law. The law doesn't say you do that.
It doesn't matter what the law says.
It
That's what the
does.
board did.
Bottom line, it does eventually.
Well, whatever. In any case, they decided not to support it at all, and there are other districts that have done the same thing. My concern is, what I'm looking for, I think the whole board is looking for, is some feedback as to how should we do this? Should we address this head on, or are you okay with it as is? So let us know your opinion as soon as you can.
What site particularly is it on?
What site? It's if you just do a regular Google search, you would just do a Google
Family Life
or Family Life Curriculum.
Ladies and gentlemen,
New Jersey.
please be careful. The state recommendations on that are essentially called program expectations. An expectation is not a requirement. Our curriculum does not include the significant stuff that has been in the news as being part of a plot. There's nothing about certain things in our curriculum which would be inappropriate for kids at that age. If I've offered people copies of the curriculum. About 4 or 5 people have asked me to send it to them. I have done it. No one has opted out, with one exception.
Hey, Scott, before you make your comments, can I make one more note?
I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Can I make one more note?
Yeah.
I want to congratulate Tommy Feinberg and Jimmy Feinberg on their successful completions of Marine Boot Camp, and congratulations to them on their first assignments. And Godspeed and all the best heartfelt wishes and prayers to both of them.
So I'll start by saying this. I remember when at graduation, we were doing a rotation. If you guys remember, if anybody saw it, me and Stephanie were running circles around each other, trying to see who would shake the next hand. Right? She would run, I would run, and I got to shake one of those guys because I remember he was going to the Marines, and I was like, "This is cool, man! I'm shaking the hand of a guy who's willing to go to the Marines."
Okay.
So that was a fun moment for me, and it just reminded me of that. So thank you. A couple of things here. I won't be long, but I might be longer than usual, just because it's the last meeting of the year. And there's some things that I wrote down that I wanted to mention. First of all, I want to wish all the best to Joe. Right? Joe is no longer here. Well, he's here, but he's not with us. Right? I don't want that to come out the wrong way. People on camera not knowing what's going on. I think Joe has been. Joe's been a very good leader in the district. Thought he was a very good superintendent. I think he will continue to be a very good superintendent. And serving as the president with him this year was cool. It was very cool. I think so. Hopefully for him on to brighter pastures, even though we're pretty bright. But I'm happy for him, and that leads me to the second thing, which is this man right here.
Yeah.
I feel like every time we get into a problem, Art comes to save the day. So I think one of the things I'm looking forward to is not only keeping Art till whenever the next silly deadline is, but then renewing that, and also for whatever we can work out in the future. I think Art's been a huge piece to everything that I've seen done here on the board, and thank you, Art.
Thank you, sir.
Well, Jeff, same thing, right? We talk about there's a lot of people in the school district that I have the utmost respect for, and that goes from the superintendent all the way to whoever you want to consider the bottom rung of the staff. Everybody's working their butt off in this district. I mean, we've been in meetings where we've talked about the grounds and what it takes to maintain the grounds and the number of people that we have. We talked about the secretaries and the administrative staff. We talked about teachers and all that stuff. And to a man or a woman, everybody is working their butts off in this district. And I want to make sure that that message is conveyed, at least from me, to everybody, how much we appreciate that. I know that when my kids come home every day, they're smiling and they're happy and they're having a good experience in the schools. So that's a big win for everybody. I want to thank Kerry and Porzio. Man, if you guys knew how much we dragged them through, they're a rock for us, and believe me, we utilize their services and we appreciate them. Same goes for the co-op and the insurance brokers and the auditors. These are all people that are doing good work for us, and it's good to have them around. Sometimes we test them, and they respond. So I think that's very cool. One other thing, I saw this on Facebook. I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook because I think sometimes it's the armpit of the world, but I saw this thing on there the other day, and it was pretty cool. So I wrote it down, and I've been telling anybody I could find about it. But it's about perspective, and I think the reason I'm going to say it here is because I think it's important as we roll into 2023. It said, and I'm not going to get it exactly word for word, but basically the thing was, you show somebody a rose and they'll see the spikes. You show somebody a weed and they'll see a wildflower, right? And it's about what your perspective is on those items and finding gratitude, and gratitude ultimately leads to happiness. If you look at our school district, since I've been on the board, this is the end of my 5th year. You could look at this one of two ways. You could say, oh my goodness, this is the biggest train wreck that I've ever seen in my life, and how are we ever going to get up tomorrow and move forward? Or you could look at it and say, we were given the worst the worst hand in poker, and we've managed to tread water through it, and it's coming to an end, and we're gonna bounce out of this thing, rebuild, and come out better than ever. So I think that going into 23, my mindset is the latter, right? Let's get through what the state has pushed upon us, and let's come out of it bigger and better than ever. We've got some ideas on how we're gonna do that, so I'm excited and looking forward to that. And then finally, obviously, the board, right? This has been a fun year, right? It hasn't been perfect, but it's been fun. So I want to thank all of you for being here and doing what you do. And when you look at the people who sit up here, you know, these people volunteering with their kids and volunteering at drama clubs and archery and donating money and doing, I mean, we had people mulching, right? So
You're not allowed to mention that anymore.
that's it. But it's a cool thing. It's a cool thing in the different ways that people do contribute. And I think we have a diverse group of people on the board, and I think everybody's contributing in their own way. And I think that's cool. So I want to thank everybody for doing that. And that's it. That's enough out of me. So is there a motion to adjourn?
Move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait.
Show your
George.
Happy
Holidays, everybody.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
How you doing?
For what?
I want to check these. I can check.
Oh, wow.
Continuity.
Oh, yeah.